All right, general business, town planner update.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that we had some dates in our calendars, and I'll send out an email with this as well. Next week, next Tuesday morning, we have the site visit for 186 Meadowbrook. The following week, on the 16th, 10 Cutters Bluff. That's a very small addition that was going to arrange for Sue just to attend with myself. The following week on the 23rd, you're going to be scheduling a site walk for 26 Columbine. That's a new RGFA submission that will be held on May 7th. The following week on the 30th, 29 Radcliffe, RGFA submission. They are adding on to the existing house as well as building a full house addition. That will be also on May 7th.
Wait a second, hang on. So on the 30th, where's the location? Radcliffe what?
29 Radcliffe.
Okay. And then in May, sorry?
That's it for site walks currently. And then looking at, we just received an application on behalf of Meadow School for modification of their summer camp site plan approval that was approved 4 years ago. And then we just got an application from the Tremont School. They are following my request to actually submit an application prior to the end of the school year, so we can actually not be dealing with something as the school year starting. So that I'm looking at slotting for May 21st. Now that we actually may not feel like it, but we are sort of approaching the end of our spring permitting season. And getting a lot of interest as far as people finding out when we're meeting in June for meeting dates. Zero Hamilton, we approved their special permit for flexible development last fall. They're looking at submitting in the next 2 weeks. There's a couple other projects that are looking at also putting their applications together in the next few weeks. One thing, just so people can start thinking about what their month of July is going to be looking at. We usually meet first and third because July 4th is a Thursday. I'd be curious to see if people would be around the 2nd, and then probably would just try to arrange a meeting sometime after the 4th for reviewing decisions. So if people can just take a look at their calendars and then email me back as far as what their availability may be. I just want to make sure that don't start scheduling things when we may not have forms.
Okay, so back on April, let's look at
Yes.
what evening meetings do we have going?
We have
16th?
Tonight, and then the next one is the 23rd.
The 23rd, so we don't have one.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're not going to see that, so I'm going to delete that. But we do have one on the 23rd, but not on the 30th, correct?
Right.
Okay, and then we have one on the 7th?
May 7th and then May 21st are our regularly scheduled meetings.
Right.
See, we've only got 2 scheduled, you know.
Yeah, right.
That's, I
If
think
it's a
that's
town
going to be,
meeting.
that's going to be a challenge. We're going to have to schedule
Right.
at least one more and maybe 2.
So let's look at June. Are we doing
So we're
June?
still looking at May 21st
Right,
after town meeting, correct?
Right.
yeah.
And again, as Al said, these are just our regularly scheduled meetings.
Right.
Mhm. Okay, now.
Then June becomes the 4th and 18th.
All right. I can tell you I'm going to be here July 2nd, sadly, because I'm on water control all week. Someone's got to keep those flowers fresh. Can we look in another date in
Okay.
July?
I'm okay on the second.
Yeah, there's 2 of us on the 2nd.
I'm around the 2nd,
Yeah.
not the end of July, though.
No, I intend to be gone from like the 8th on.
Yeah, and the only thing I'd be trying to look at is, you know, how we usually have a wrapping up session with decisions and minutes. That could be something that ends up being the morning following that following week. So if you're gone July 8th, then we'll just have to make sure anything that's a special permit that we have maintained a quorum, so you don't have to worry about it, but.
Okay, and then what are we looking for September?
September.
Yeah, I like to look ahead. So Labor Day is what, 2nd? Is that
Yeah.
right? All right. Dive right back in.
Gee, I don't think we know yet, Sue, honestly.
All right. I like to plan.
Okay, is that it?
Yes.
Joe? Okay, so let's take a look at minutes for a minute.
Yep. Both the meeting minutes reflect comments from Steve and David.
You could argue with me, it's okay.
No.
Why don't you're happy with it?
Just one comment,
Yeah.
and that is that the standard that Bill Lamb developed was a general standard. It happened to be applied at Biogen, but it was also applied in other places like the town hall here, the library. I just mentioned Biogen as an example. For example, as at Biogen or something.
Okay.
And Joe, on page 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, paragraph down, for the board discussed the lighted parking lot in Catholic. Mr. Webb, no, Mr. Schweb, yeah, that one, right, but the second sentence, that's what, the third sentence, he added that a parking lot is remote, that the parking lot is remote, we should not treat it as, we should not be treated as a.
Okay. second paragraph on page 3 of 4, sort of realizing that the last sentence should probably be amended just to add for the planning board to review at its April 2nd meeting.
I'd like to motion, people are ready.
Steve, ready? Did you get a chance? You did? Steve, reader, you?
That we approve the minutes from March 19th, 2013.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous? No opposed?